Euphorics VI, number 72 from 99s. So I blow out my oceans of breath. Now are the sweet songs sacred, stronger than cymbals of atoms that chimed in spheres long ago. Chattering winds debated metrics defining a rhythm from which light was created, to rain in a round in a flow, to saturate curious spaces, find bone in the ashes of shadow. If I can hear, then I can see, and listen as matters evolve to dissolve into anything, nothing, like light liquifies into energy, a bittersweet song of resolve. A lighthouse spins its light to the sea, the voices of bell buoys ring, the gulls lure a lone song out of me, and make this a sweet singing thing. Hummingbird nectar, water and sugar, buzzing wings forward and back, hovering over a bright bird of paradise, clinging to mountainside, damp in a shower, a tropical sunstorm, a blue-headed beak, a delicate tongue to flatter an emperor, a sun king who feasts on small sacrifice, wearing oak garlands, gilded with power. In Rome lies the shadow of Greece. I am the shadow who walks in your form. I move like a missive in forests of letters, grow the tree out of a branch of the mind, moss from a live oak draped from my arm. I am a patchwork stitched from its tatters, a root carved clear in the plinth of a herm, in deep streaming rivers of luminous wind, love's eyes awaken in veils of a dream. When cycles encircle, beginnings can't end. The sound of sunlight and shadow can foster an instinct to listen, careens across bars in the measures, chords that recede in an echo, just as a sparkle bursts from a glisten, vibrancy wakes in the tremolo, static waves shock, present pleasure, and stasis, black bile in the marrow, drains and clear tears through the pores. If mountains moved into my fingers, I'd shape the 5 peaks as they tremble, then turn them to cup the orb sun. No indolent fire here malingers, my lifeline a deepening channel, as I breathe in the breath of the singers, then blow away sun, until salty ocean pours through my hands like the rivers that began where the sweet waters run. I wanted to write in the wind today, so I opened the door of my chambers to elevate down to the ground, to hear what the palm fronds would say if they would be wrapped in the singers, if their stout stalks would stagger and sway as I drew in the smoke from gray clouds, if the heart would be quiet while I melt away, but I feel it quickens and pounds. Back to balcony bliss, I watch as a tanker defines the fine line of horizon on a gray sea still shrouded by clouds. My eyes have set forth like a mariner to defy where my seeing seems done, and enliven the songs of the singers with rhymes that release in a sweet sound, plucked on my keyboard with fingers as I lounge in the air on the ground. I'd be remiss if I did not admit that I think of you, longing and lovely, how you sing to me, soft come now death, like a scythe swinging over a pit, a whirring sound, razor-sharp brevity, a pawn in the king's bishop gambit, as that opening closes with breath, the expansive plains, the wonderment, so I blow out my oceans of breath. Why fear I die? A good death is fearless. The dirges return and chant in a beat, I know perfect rhythms ring in pure time to end in a line that ends with a stress. I've known it forever, but still find it sweet. The brain serves us as a circle or compass where ritual temple bells chime. Oh, death is a welcoming succubus, and life is a too-willing rhyme. Emptied out into the nether winds that seep into air like fungus, a rank cloying dampness that saturates the stench that death brings to this end, to fill the foul air with thoughts of us who once lived and hoped to ascend. Now all that rot floats away, dissipates, the stench from this vile world offends. The sweet singing writ for the fates